I have to deal with a common misconception about mobile advertising, especially as it relates to desktop. So the common misconception is that it's impossible to track consumers outside of the desktop. So the idea of mobile cookies, really there's a lot of debate going around about what is a mobile cookie, is there such a thing? So there is, but there's also additional ways to track consumers with their devices. So first of all, cookies work on most Android devices for mobile web tracking. That's the first point. The second point for in-app, so that 86% of time that people are spending using apps on their mobile internet, of that, tracking of that behavior is available from iOS and from Android through IDFA from Apple and also advertising ID from Google. So there's ways to utilize technologies from their platforms to really get a handle on how people are behaving within apps. And third is a little less accurate, but it's based on statistical algorithms, and it's basically the terminology for this is deterministic or probabilistic IDs, and they really bridge across multiple devices. So user behavior on tablets, on their desktop, on smartphones. And again, this is a little less accurate, but it is a third layer or a second layer of information that you can layer on top to get a better accurate of consumer behavior with their mobile devices. So how much money is Canadian advertisers spending on the mobile channel this year? So in 2015, you can see that almost $1.5 billion this year will be spent targeting consumers on their mobile devices. So this is US data. We do not have the Canadian data for this at this point in time. But what you're seeing is that about 3/4 of mobile ad dollars in the US are being spent to advertise within apps compared to on the mobile web. So you can see that figure highlighted in red there, 72.4%. So clearly the results that advertisers are getting from in-app advertising are delivering the results that they want. And there's three main points why the advertiser prefer apps versus mobile browser type advertising. One is that consumers spend 86% of their time using apps compared to mobile websites. So it's a time factor, right? It's about meeting consumers where they spend their time. App publishers are also more frequently gathering location data, which is richer data that can be delivered through mobile web. So products from advertisers are also including this type of enhanced targeting information. And ads served in apps typically deliver better results for advertisers. So the metrics associated with engagement, click-throughs, et cetera, generally speaking, are better in app versus mobile browser. The app install market that I mentioned earlier, it is about 10.4% of all US mobile spending,